Hello everybody, and welcome to the next series of playoff games for our Rocket League team here at Thomas. This is our Rocket League B team, and today they are going up against Carleton. And today it is a best of 7, with the match getting on the way immediately. Maybe. Looks like it's actually not going to get away immediately, as we are still waiting for a bunch of people to join the game. Looks like there was an AFK somewhere. So there's going to be a quick restart, but that is fine. Let's just switch this real quick. It's okay, things happen here and there. It is whatever, but again, yes, we are going up against St. Carleton, I believe. Gonna be exciting stuff today, as I believe it's semifinals, best of 7. It's gonna be a bit crazy. I mean, let's get some music going. It's gonna be a bit crazy. It's just Rocket League, you know, but that's fine. Rocket League's always fast-paced and intense, and that's what we love here. We love seeing that fast and intense gameplay all of the time. Our B team has been doing some amazing work this season, dominating the competition, just like our Overwatch team, who, by the way, has a playoff game tomorrow, semifinals, versus SNHU, I believe. Tune into that, as I will be streaming that as well. It is at 8 o'clock. But now we are going back into the game, and hopefully we have no issues this time. But yet again, tune into that, 8 o'clock in game. Here we go. As the game gets back on, though, we're going to be focusing on Rocket League today as the timer ticks down, and it looks like Carleton is going to have the first touch here. Quabi's up in the air, bouncing it back towards center. We're going to have to see what both teams decide to do here, as this is the elimination. I mean, whoever wins this game, I believe, goes to finals, and whoever loses is going home. Gonna be done for the season. Has to wait till next season. As China gets a nice, real clear shot on goal, and for some reason, Thomas wasn't there to follow up. Thomas wasn't there to defend. The normal defense we usually see here, just no one was there. And Carleton capitalized on that. Able to get in there right away. So now the touch goes off again. 4 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. 1-0. Raj is up in the air with a nice clean setup on the goal, but there was a follow-up from Mars, who was able to defend. It's back up in the air. Thomas on the back foot on this game so far. It did just start. Another clean shot on goal, but Quebi is there, ready. But Raj is there with Clunkmaster able to follow up again. 2 shots simultaneously on goal. Ooh, CT was there to try to get a nice third one onto the goal, but there wasn't anyone there to follow up. So there's a nice shot on goal by Clunkmaster, and he just sinks it in there. Unfortunately, Carleton just wasn't there. Wasn't ready to do anything with that. 4 minutes into the game, and it's already tied. Both teams are kind of just warming up here. It's a best of 7, though, so we got a long series ahead of us. It's on blue side. There was a shot on goal immediately by Quebi as Mars bounces it off the back, goes for the bounce shot, just barely bounces too much, hits the top of the goal. Quebi's up in the air, trying to bounce it off the wall, but it's not enough. Mars is just going to pressure, keep it on. There's another shot on goal, but CT is there to ready and able to defend. He's up in the air now. He's going to get it back down towards center field, but Quebi's going to bounce it back. Raj trying to go for a nice setup, isn't able to hit anything, as Clunkmaster's going to try to dribble it back towards the Carleton side of the field. Back up in the air. It's just going to go back down as Thomas was able to interrupt it, but CT going to get it in the middle as Raj was going to try to go for his shot, but may have overestimated the angle, and it's going to get messed up as it's back up in the air. CH going to bounce off it with Clunkmaster, but it's going to be Quebi who forces it back on to Carleton's side. Chine going to have a nice, clean shot from the other side of the field. Look at this. From his goal all the way, nice and clean. Klunkmaster barely not able to get up high enough as he's going to sink it into the goal. 3 minutes on the clock, 2-1. Pretty even game. A nice, even match in the middle is going to keep the ball at a stalemate. Going to keep it right in the center. Raj going around, but it's going to be Mars who gets it up in the air, trying to get it back onto their side. Klunkmaster bounces it off the wall. It's kind of just a stalemate from both teams as they're both looking to set up these angles here, but a demo from Quebe is going to give Thomas a little bit of pressure. But CT's back up. It's in the middle of the field. Mars almost getting it into the goal off of the setup from Klunkmaster, but barely hitting it at a bad angle. Unfortunate there, as that would have brought it back to a tied game. Trying to bait each other out there, but they're able to meet. Mars is going to keep it on the Ravens side. It's going to be Klunkmaster who's there ready to defend, but he gets out maneuvered by Chine. So now it's the Ravens here. They're playing on the offensive. They're trying to get this set up. You can see the defense that Thomas is playing. Klunkmaster trying to bait him out, isn't going to get it. And with two demos for the side of the Ravens, Thomas is going to have a couple of seconds to set something up, but they're back up just in time to knock it back onto their side, so now they're going to have to go back on the defense. It's up in the air. Quebe gets a little outplay there. He's dribbling the ball downfield, but he's going to just drop it barely. Klunkmaster's going to have to pick up the slack. He's up in the air. He's going for a nice air shot. He's dribbling it around, but it's going to get messed up a little bit there by Chine. As now Mars is going to go up in the air. Going in for the midfield setup. Raj is going to be able to bounce it back towards their side into the left corner. And a demo from Raj, and the Klunkmaster is going to put them on the defensive just a little bit, but he's going to be back up. Klunkmaster going to go up in the air with it, but Raj is able to read him, able to predict his movements, and is going to throw it back onto the right side of the field as Raj is going to keep going with it. Going to set up CT for a nice bounce off the wall, but it's not going to matter as Chine's going to have to go into the midfield. Raj demoing in, dribbling the ball to the right side of the field this time. Mars is going to have to bounce it back to their side now. It's on the Ravens side now. They're going to try to play defensive, but with a nice clean shot on the goal, Klunkmaster's going to try to make something happen, but Raj is going to be there to set up and defend. Thomas has to make something happen, but Mars is going to get demoed by Raj. Raj is an absolute pyromaniac with how many people he's blowing up here. Klunkmaster is going to go into the midfield. He's going to try to make something happen, but Chine is going to read him yet again. Thomas trying to make plays, getting demoed in return, getting their plays read by the book. It's back towards their side of the field. There's 35 seconds. Mars is going to demo CT. He's going to shoot towards the goal, but Chine's there to set up and follow and block. It's going to go into their right corner. The Ravens know that they just need to play defense. They need to keep the ball away from Thomas with a shot on the goal. Sigil's going to bounce it back towards the field. Klunkmaster's up in the air. He's trying to make something happen. He's trying to make something work. He wants to start this series off strong, but with 15 seconds left, can anyone on the side of Thomas make it happen? It's back on their side of the field with a clean shot on the goal. Mars is going to bounce it back up in the air. They have such a nice opportunity to get it 3-1 for the Ravens, but will they be able to, or will they just try to keep it 2-1? The ball is going to have to touch the ground for it to reset. Klunkmaster is going to bounce it back up in the air. It's just a fight. It's just a battle for who can get the ball. Klunkmaster is going to keep it up in the air. Quebe's going to bounce it off the wall. Someone has to bounce it up now as the Ravens are just going to try to bounce it back down, but Mars, he predicts it. It's going to bounce again, and this time no one's going to be able to do anything about it as the Ravens, Carleton, are going to bring the series 1-0. But remember viewers, this is a Rocket League. We don't have time for breaks. We don't have time to update the scores as we're going into the next one. I got an idea. Let's get some music in the background here. Just a tiny bit. As now both teams are going to go off the demo off the both sides. Mars is going to get it onto their side of the field immediately, but CT is going to go in the air to try to do something. Not able to really do a whole lot, so it's going to be China's going to come up in the back. Raj is up in the air. Mars is going to bounce that off of the wall, trying to get it back onto the Ravens side. Klunkmaster's going to have to pick up the slack for him as Mars is on the ground. No one from Thomas playing defense right now with a nice shot on goal. It's going to get blocked by Chine, who's playing some amazing defense right now. CT and Raj going forward. It's going to bounce up in the air. Klunkmaster going to bounce it off. It's going for the goal, but Chine again with the defense. Quebe's going to bounce it up in the air, but no one from Thomas is going to be able to follow up, as now Chine and Raj are going to go for it simultaneously. Clunkmaster bouncing it off the side of the wall. Chine is having to play absolutely insane here, and Mars reading this is able to demo him, trying to prevent it. It's up in the air. It's so close. Raj going for it, but Clunkmaster will come in and hit it from the top down and get a nice goal. Look at that, threading the needle. They read that Chine was playing some amazing defense and stopped him from playing that defense. So now both teams meet again. Mars able to get it first. He's going to have to do something with it. It's going around. It's up in the air. Clunkmaster's looking for a second. He's going to bounce it off instead, but a nice clean shot on goal. This is dangerous for Thomas. It's off the wall. Mars with a demo onto Raj to prevent it from happening. Hits the corner, just barely messed up by CT. But it's Raj who's coming in off of the respawn, trying to bounce it off the top of the wall. It's going to go back down with Clunkmaster on the defense. Mars is going to bounce it off as Raj didn't have the boost to continue it. Chine's going to try to hit it back towards their side, but it's not going to happen. And now CT's going to have to follow up after the two of his teammates failed. It's up in the air just a little bit. Mars is going to try to bounce it. He bounces it off the tip of the car, off the hood, off the engine. It's going to bounce onto their side. The Ravens are going to bounce it back towards their side, but Quebe's going to be able to bounce it off the back wall. CT's going to have to stop the momentum. Chine's going to demo Quebe, though, for the defense. Getting revenge for last time. Having to do something for his team, as now they're on the back foot, 1-0 with 3 minutes on the clock. Raj is going for a nice shot on goal, but it's Clunkmaster who's going to be able to tip it away. Raj is going for a nice reversal onto it, but Mars is also there with Clunkmaster on the defense as well. Clunkmaster again in this air, dribbling this ball, going absolutely crazy with the dribbles. Quebe's going to contest Chine for it, but it's going to be the Ravens who come out on top as Mars is going to hit it back towards the center field. Raj going to bounce it and rotate off the car. Clunkmaster going to stop Raj here. It's going to just roll slightly. He's going to outplay CT. They're going for the momentum. Mars and Chine clash for the ball, but it's CT who's going to be able to find that second bit. Quebe going to be able to block that shot, but he's going to die for it. He's going to have to come off respawn and do something now, as Chine's going to be able to bounce it off the roof into the goal. And that wasn't even Chine. That was Raj. I'm telling you, these games are so fast-paced, it's actually intense. Having to keep up all the time, 1-1, 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Who's going to be able to do something? Clunkmaster bounces it towards that left side of the field. Mars off the air, going for it immediately. Not able to find anything. Clunkmaster's trying to bait him, trying to outplay Raj here. He's up in the air, going for it. Quebe, maybe a little bit of a miscommunication there, is going to hit it instead. And now that's going to give the Ravens a little bit of time to reset and look for something. But Clunkmaster's going to look first. It's up in the air, going for it. CT's going to be able to get the pressure on it yet again, but Mars Quebe going for a mid-air touch is not going to hit it. China's going to read this nice, very readable shot, if we are being honest with ourselves. And China's going to block it, but Mars is going to demo Raj on the way in as well after that shot. So Clunkmaster trying to keep it in the middle there as Mars and Quebe are going in for it, and Quebe is going to find that assist onto the ball. Off the wall there, Chine goes to try to stop it, but it just was at the wrong angle, and he gets it in that top right corner pocket. So now the timer's going to go down 2-1. A minute and 40 left on the clock. Mars going for a nice touch off the hood. Bounce off the roof, but Chine's going to stop him this time. Chine's getting a little fed up. They go for a nice play there, but it's not enough as Mars is going to come in. Hit it into that left corner. Quebe's going to bounce it back onto their side, but it's not going to matter too much as Chine is going to use his rest of his boost to throw it back on Thomas's side and keep this pressure. And as it was looking as a nice setup for the Ravens, Quebe is able to get it back onto their side with a nice barrel roll. That's off the corner. It's a little bit slow right now. Mars is going to stop the acceleration, and Clunkmaster is going to use that opportunity to demo Chine. To try to give Thomas a little bit of a setup, but there's a little bit of a setup here. But no one from the side of Thomas is able to follow up and do anything as Clunkmaster is going to rotate it back towards that corner, but he's going to demo Raj in the meantime. And as Chine was going to try to bring it back to Thomas's side, he's not able to as Clunkmaster is going to go for it. He's going to mess it up just a little bit. 30 seconds left on the clock, and Thomas now They're the ones who have to play keep away from the Ravens, as now they can bring this series 1-1 with just a simple countdown to 25. China's going to demo Mars, getting revenge for all those times that Mars did it to him. And now with a nice back roll, it's going to go back onto Thomas's side. Quebby tries to stop it, but he's not going to be able to, as Mars is going to come in and get it instead. CT is going to bounce it up into the air onto Thomas's side, try to get the setup. He's going to get demoed for it by Mars yet again, being the demo master. Another pyromaniac for the side of Thomas as well. 5 seconds left on the clock. The Ravens need to try to do something, keep it in the air. They're going to try to keep it on the ground, though, as it's up in the air right now. It's going to go up. Clunkmaster hits it down towards the ground. And we have a tied series, ladies and gentlemen. 1-1. Best of 7. Both teams performing absolutely amazingly right now. Mars being an absolute pyromaniac with these demolitions. Same with Chine, trying to get revenge as much as possible. As both teams are going to collide in the center. It's going to go on to Thomas's side here. Tried to go for a shot on goal, but he looks like he bounced it off the ground. Comes in for a reversal, misses it yet again. Would have had it if he didn't mess up those ankles, and now it's a perfect chance for Quebby to try to look for something here. And it was a shot on goal, but it's not going to be enough, as Mars is going to have to play the defense, as Raj was going for another straight shot across the field. Chine coming back off respawn's going to hit it as well, but it's going to be Quebby who's going to be able to stop it. CT, though, says, "Nuh-uh, we want the pressure. We want the advantage." But no one has the advantage yet. No one has scored. The round has just started. We're barely a minute into the game, and it's pretty even yet again. Just like this entire series is about to be. Goes up into the air. Thomas has the pressure. They're looking for this setup. It bounces off the ground. CT and Chine are going to go for it to try to stop it. Mars was going for a shot. It's going to bounce off the wall. CT's going to see it bounce. He's going to be able to knock it away, prevent Thomas from getting any more setup than they already have. Mars getting a little outread there. Quebby's going to be able to hit it back onto their side, but Chine's going to just barely get ahead of Clunkmaster. Clunkmaster's going to hit it back towards their side. Clunkmaster going for the setup is going to get blocked by Raj with a nice defensive play there. But Quebby, or Mars, who's going to go for the nice roll into the goal, isn't going to hit anything as Chine gets it back up into the air and on Thomas's side. Raj going to bounce it off the corner. Chine's going to hit it off the corner, but he's going to miss, getting interrupted by Quebby. That's now Quebby's going back in the air to keep it on their side. 3 minutes and 20 seconds on clock here. No one has scored. It's just been back and forth the entire match so far. It's up in the air, bounces off the corner, perfect setup, but Chine is going to be there to stop it from happening. Clunkmaster is going to try to bounce it off. Quebby trying to get a nice flick onto the goal, and it would have gone in if Raj wasn't there to save and set up. Mars trying to go for a nice dribble into the goal. It's going to get blocked by CT, but Clunkmaster with a nice follow-up is going to come in after that. I mean, look at this. A nice bounce off the hood. CT, little did he know, was just a puppet in the plan as he sets it up for Clunkmaster to come in and dunk it into the goal, bringing us 0-1, 3 minutes into the match. It's just both teams playing mind games with each other at this point. Thomas is trying to look for setups, and they're trying to set their opponent up, and it's the same thing. But the Ravens, they're just trying to be full-on aggressive, trying to go for these fast plays and these fast angles. Which strategy is going to be more effective in this game? We're going to have to wait and see. As Clunkmaster has a nice shot on goal, but Chine is going to read it and prevent them from doing anything. CT going to demo Mars. Prevent them from getting too much pressure. As Quebby's going to get revenge. He's going to say, if you do it to my teammate, I'm going to do it to yours. Clunkmaster going for a nice flick onto the goal. It's going to get blocked by Chine just barely. Mars is going to keep it on their side, though, on the Ravens' side, as now it's going into the center. There's a nice setup there. It's a small touch. Clunkmaster going for a nice bounce off the wall here. It's not going to find its mark as Raj is going to bring it back around into the air. They're just on the defense right now. They're trying to make something happen. He gets booped away there by Raj, but Mars is there to follow up and bounce it off the corner. Raj is going to hit it to the left side, prevent Thomas from getting any more setup, going to force the reposition. It's Quebby's turn to hit it up in the air. Clunkmaster and CT meet in the air, and it's going to bounce it back to that same side. Thomas is going to be there to keep it into the side. Clunkmaster going to demo CT there. It's just 1-0, minute and a half on the clock. They're going to just have to play keep away. So does mean they're trying to find a goal. There goes the collusion, the collision. The words are not finding my mouth as the ball is not finding the goal. CT going with a nice shot isn't going to find anyone as the nice defense from Thomas is going to pay off. Minute and 10 seconds left on the clock. And Thomas, they've kind of had the pressure here in this round. They've had a lot of it as they keep it on their side. The Ravens are barely getting it onto Thomas's side. Only had a couple of times they've had to set up for a goal. But with Mars demoing CT there, it's just going to add as well as the defense that Thomas is playing. And now with another shot on goal, it's going to barely miss its mark and bounce off the corner into the air. CT's going to have the chance to set it up. Klunk's going to read it though. He's going to bounce it back down towards the ground. And with Mars coming in to follow up, it's going to go into the air, stuck in the center field. The Ravens have a chance. The Ravens have their moment here. They're going to bounce it off the back and not find anything as Klunkmaster's going to throw it back towards center field. But with a shot on goal! CT's going to even out this series, this round, exactly when they need it to. "31 seconds, 1-2-1. As soon as they collide, 30 seconds remain. Ticks down on the screen as now it's immediately stuck on Thomas's side. Someone from Thomas needs to play this defense here. They need to read it, and it is Quebby who will do it. He's going to bounce it back to their side. He's going to try to make something happen. As now, Thomas can't afford to just play keep away. It's 10-9. They're going for it. He gets it in! Quebby with a nice sneak in right behind Chine is going to bring the series 1-2. 7 seconds left on the clock. That's exactly what Thomas needs. And now there's 7 seconds. The Ravens need to make something happen. They need to get a goal now, or they're going to be on the back foot. 6 seconds left. It's in the air. And CT finds it. What the hell is happening? It took 5 seconds, and there was already a beautiful setup for the Ravens. Who's going to come out on top? As we're probably going into sudden death here. Ball touch, 1 second. It's going to bounce off the wall. It's up in the air, back towards center field. Mars is going to try to make something happen, but we're going to go straight into overtime now. First one to get a goal is the first one to take this and bring it to 2-1 for their side. Klunkmaster's going for it. He's going to barely miss it. It's going to bounce off the top portion. Quebby's going to go for it. Mars is going to go for it. Raj barely there to intercept it. The Klunkmaster's going to hit it over to the other side of the field looking for the Quebby setup, but Quebby's going to overshoot. And instead, Klunkmaster's going to try to find it as well. Chine's going to hit it towards their side, but Quebby and Mars are ready for it. Mars going in for it, letting Quebby play this defense. Is going to go towards their goal. It's going to be a shot, but Quebby's going to stop it. CT and Chine going in for it yet again, but they're not going to be able to find it as Mars is also there to back him up, and now it's back onto the Ravens' side. Thomas is going to have to make something happen as now they have the pressure. The Ravens are scrambling to get back to their side to play defense, but they have made it just in time. The ball's really close to their goal. 50 seconds in, almost a minute in. Chine's going for the goal. He's going to barely get it in there, and it's going to meet its mark. As Thomas is going to barely not be able to scramble back for their defense. And it will be Carleton who bring this series 2-1. Try to update these scores real quick before we go into the next game. For those just joining, the series is currently 1-2, best of 7. And we're going to have to see who is going to come out on top. So now we go back into the game. It's a new round. A shot on goal immediately from Mars. It's not going to meet its mark as it gets blocked by Carleton Ravens. Both teams are so incredibly even this series. You gotta wonder who's gonna come out on top. I mean, it's practically down to a coin flip at this time. Thomas has the advantage of a decent amount of points in this series, but the Ravens have just been able to find their shots and find their marks. They're playing off this aggression. And with another shot on goal, Chine's going to block it. Chine has been an absolute MVP for the side of the Ravens this game. Playing amazing defense, playing amazing offense, finding these amazing shots. But Thomas has been making him work for it, that's for sure. Able to play this defense and this offense simultaneously, each and every one of them. With a nice clean shot, they're going to look for it. And Quebe with a nice follow-up, it's going to bounce off the middle, and it's so close, but Thomas isn't able to get it in there. As Raj is going to shoot it towards their side, but Klunkmaster is going to be there for the defense. Now CT trying to find it. Mars is going to bounce it off away. Klunkmaster hitting it towards their goal, but Raj is there waiting. Klunkmaster gets demoed for that. But he's off of spawn now, and it's going to be Quebe and CT who fight over this ball for just a second. They're going around, they're going around, they're going around in circles. Mars is trying to look for it, but Chine is just absolutely on everyone's behind this game. A nice bounce off the wall. Raj is going to shoot it towards their side. Klunkmaster is going to go, trying to predict the shot. CT is going to have to play this defense here, but Raj is going to bounce it towards him instead, having to make Thomas go back to their side for it. 3 minutes left on the clock. Chine's going to hit it towards their goal. This is the time. This is the setup. He's going to bounce it off himself into the ball, into the corner, and it's going to be a goal for the side of the Ravens. And this is what I mean. Chine has been putting in so much work this series. Thomas is going to have to keep up. They're going to have to try to make something happen, try to keep the pressure on Chine, but just enough to where they stop him from doing anything, but also keep the pressure on the rest of his team, as the rest of his team has also been playing absolutely amazingly, barely getting a step ahead of Thomas. 1-0, 2 minutes, 30 seconds remaining in this round. Will Thomas be able to get a goal? They're going to try. As now it's back towards the center of the field. Thomas has kind of lost the pressure a little bit. I mean, you saw in that last game, they were keeping on the Ravens' side the whole time. And, I mean, they're starting to do that now. But the Ravens have been able to read it. They've been able to keep it on Thomas' side and find these goals. I mean, Chine's practically a one-man army at this point. You saw that first goal of this round. He bounced it off the back corner after dribbling it from his side, and then bounced it off himself into the goal. And now he's getting a demo as well? I mean, Quebe had a nice shot, and we're going to see Klunkmaster try to go for it as well, and he will get it. He's had enough of the Ravens shenanigans. So he bounces it off the back corner, not once, but twice, before bouncing it into the goal. It's going to be the battle of the front line, the battle of the assault players, as both Chine and Klunkmaster are just absolutely all over the place, getting these demos, getting everything they need. And with the shot on goal, it's going to be blocked by Klunk. Mars is going to hit it towards their Ravens side, and they're going to try to look for this setup. Klunkmaster is going to prevent it from going out of their side, but Chine is going to barely lose the race to that boost. So now it's up in the air. Both Quebe and Klunk are going for it, but Quebe is able to get there. Mars with a read is going to get back onto the Ravens side, and Klunk's going to go for it. There's a minute remaining. It is tied. The teams are going to try to make something happen here as they want to avoid this sudden overtime, this sudden death. And Thomas is going to try to make that happen first, as they're going to try to bounce it in. It's not going to find its mark, as Chine and the rest of the Ravens are going to be able to stop it. Klunk's going to be able to bounce it back off. It was on a dangerous course there, but CT is going to try to recorrect it for their team, and it's not going to happen. Mars is going to be able to stop it and bring it back into the center. Klunkmaster is going to try to go for this shot, but it's going to get read by Raj as he bounces it back towards the ground. Quebe's going to hit it in the air. He's going to try to go for it as well. Everyone's just trying to look for these shots. They're trying to make something happen. They want this game to end here. They do not want this overtime. Mars is going to bounce it off the back corner as the timer starts ticking down. Klunkmaster is going to try to find a shot on goal, but it's going to get blocked on Raj. Quebe doing the same, but Raj is just there to stop it. Klunkmaster going to bounce it off the back corner. It's up in the air. Quebe's going to try to go for the goal, but Chine's going to be able to stop it, and it looks like it's just going to be overtime from here, but Chine's going to bounce it up in the air. They're looking to try to end this game before overtime. It's going up in the air. Quebe and Klunkmaster going for it again. Both of them. It's going to go to overtime, though, as no one's able to keep it up in the air, and as both teams go for the ball in the center, it's going to be Chine who bounces it over to Thomas's side. Both teams want to win this game, and you can see it. You can tell that both teams are thirsty for this victory, thirsty for this finals match. They are hungry for this trophy, and they are not going to go home starving. As you see a shot on goal, it's going to look so close, but it's going to be Quebe who secures it after it bounces off the wall a couple of times. Mars barely missing the corner shot there. Quebe with a nice little outread there is going to fake out Chine and get the overtime win, bringing us 2-2. Believe it or not. This is insane stuff. So now we're going back into it. It's 2-2. It's anyone's game at this point. We're going to have to see what happens. As now we're going back into the game. It's round and round right now. CT is trying to do something to make something happen. But will they be able to? As Klunkmaster is going to immediately get the goal. I mean, like I just said, you can tell that both teams are hungry for this win. 4 minutes, 40 seconds. I mean, it took a combined total of barely 20 seconds. And Klunkmaster's going for it again. I mean, look at this. Klunkmaster's hungry. He's going absolutely insane. Both teams have all of a sudden turned up the medal, especially Thomas. 2-2, and Thomas wants this game over. Chine's going to try to make a shot on goal, but it's going to be Klunk who's going to stop it, but Raj is going to bring it back in and hit it into the goal and sink it. 1-1, barely a minute in. Absolutely insane stuff here. Both teams have turned the dial up to 11. You thought they had it turned up to 10 this whole time. No, they could go farther. They're going beyond. They're going higher than they thought they could. Klunkmaster on the defense here is going to overshoot the ball. This Quebe is going to demo Raj, actually. A nice shot on goal from Chime, but Quebe's there to read it, able to keep it back onto their side. It's going to go into the center. Thomas have the opportunity for a setup here. It's not going to happen, though, as Klunkmaster is actually going to try to make it happen, but he didn't make it happen. I'm just going to flip-flop back and forth, just like this game has been so far. It's in the corner now. CT trying to make something happen. Gets a little blocked there, but Raj and Chine going in simultaneously, trying to bounce it off the wall, off of each other, trying to find the setup, but it's going to be Quebe who comes in instead and knocks it up into the air. It's going to go around, back onto the Ravens side, but Raj said no, it's going back onto that side. I will die for this, and die he did. He's going to come off respawn, though. Klunkmaster going to bounce it off the back corner onto that wall. Raj coming off of the spawn, going to bounce it back on Thomas's side. Klunkmaster overshooting it. Raj is going to get the demo there. CT is going to go for the setup, and he did get the setup. It looked like he was going for the shot, but he got the setup instead, and China's instead going to get the goal, bringing this series 2-1, 3 minutes in. 2-2 is Crazy stuff indeed. Best of 7 though, so we still got a long series ahead of us. 3 minutes on the clock as they come wide in the center. Quebe's going to hit it towards their side. It's not going to hit the right angle. Klunkmaster's going to look for it though, but Raj is going to try to read it and misread it actually. The same with Clunk. As Mars is going to get demoed by Chine as he goes up for the ball. Quebe's going to have to find the follow-up instead. Mars off spawn, though, is going to be able to come and keep it onto that right corner of that field. Quebe's going to get demoed by CT as well. The Ravens are getting a little more aggressive for their demolitions. All of them are hungry for blood, and they're going to see it spill all over this court. As now Raj is going to go into the middle. He's going to hit it right directly towards Klunkmaster. A nice pass, if only it was to a teammate. But Raj is going to hit him up in the air and mess him up for the setup. It was going to be a nice shot on the goal from Chine, but he's not going to find it. Both teams absolutely back and forth. 2 minutes left on the clock. Just about as it's 1-2 in favor of the Ravens. Mars is going to go for the setup here. He's going to shoot it back towards there, back into against the wall, into the center. Quebe was going to try to look for something, but he must have misread, just a little bit misplayed. It's going to go into the center, and Raj is going to have a nice shot and setup. Quebe is going to be able to block it, though. He was going to go for a follow-up off the block, but it's not going to be there, as now there's a little duke out in the corner. China's going to try to come from midfield and try to find something, but he's going to instead have to go into the air to look for it. He over-dribbles it over Quebe, absolutely juking him, but it doesn't matter as Klunkmaster comes in and says, I'll handle it myself. But Chine's going to come off a spawn, hit it back towards their side, but it's not going to matter as Quebe was trying to bounce it off the bottom there, looking for the setup. Thomas almost had something, almost brought it to an even game, but the Ravens are just trying to play keep away. They're trying to get ahead just enough to try to play away at Thomas's stamina. Quebe is going to find the demo onto CT. It's up in the air. It's dangerous. Chine's going to go to try to bounce off the back wall, but Mars is going to be able to be there to read it. Going to hit it off that left corner. Klunkmaster and Mars are going to try to dribble it. Chine's going to be there to hit it towards the right side. Quebe trying to go for a straight shot, but Chine's going to boost ahead, trying to stop it. And now it's at a stalemate. The ball was in no inertia in the middle, but it's going to be Raj coming in, hitting the inertia yet again, and getting the ball flowing, getting the juices going. Quebe's going to hit it into that middle. It's going to go into the middle there on the left side. Oh my goodness, my words are getting jumbled. It's going to be Klunkmaster going to hit it back onto their side, but it's going to be Chine. 30 seconds left on the clock. The Ravens just need to play keep away. It's just back in the middle. There's a nice setup there, but no one's able to follow up as Quebe's going to get it in there. Mars is going to hit it towards the right side of the field. It's going onto their side. Chine is going to go and try to block it though. It's going to be Klunkmaster hitting up into the air, trying to bait out everybody and anybody. It's onto the goal. It's in there. Klunkmaster going for a nice touch, and he will get it in! 12 seconds left on the clock, and Thomas and Ravens are even. What's going to be more superior in this game? Is it going to be the bite of Thomas Terriers, or is it going to be the wings of the Carleton Ravens? It's a tie game, just like it's been this entire series. 10 seconds left on the clock. Are we going to go into overtime, or is someone going to get a goal? We do not know. Mars is going to get it up in the center of the field. It's going to go in. Mars is looking for it. It's a nice shot on goal. It's going to barely miss. Klunkmaster trying to find something. 1 second left. Bounces off. It's in the air. It's going to bounce off the roof. China's going to keep it up in the air just barely. Raj is going to hit it up in the air just barely. Mars is going to hit it up in the air just barely. It's up in the air. It's for a setup for Thomas. It was going to be a shot on goal, but it's not going to find it as CT is going to block it. It's going to go into overtime now. We're going to have to see what happens here as both teams going to go in the middle here. Mars is going to collide with CT. Going to bounce on the other side. Columbus is going to go in. Raj demos Mars immediately off a rip. Going to try to find the advantage here, trying to keep the pressure. It doesn't matter though. It's going to be a battle in the corner there for who can get it first. Columbus is going to bounce off the right side of the wall. Here's CT going to keep it in the middle, trying to keep away from Thomas. CT going to bounce on the other side of the field. This Quebe's trying to look for something. It's not going to happen though. Mars is trying to play defense. The goal's open right now. Raj hits it into the middle there. He's going to find the setup. He's going to find the goal, and he's going to find the end of this match and bring the game to 3-2. Look at that. Barely in the corner. Both teams playing so phenomenally well. As the Ravens bring this series 3-2, they bring it to match point. Ooh-wee. Forgot to shake this up. Oh my goodness. And like I said, these games go quick as we're immediately loading into the next one. Drink some water, as this series is going on forever. But that's fine. That's what we want to see. Is Quebby is going to demo CT right off at the beginning. He's going to go to try to look for it, but it's going to be Chine who's going to bounce it off instead. Both teams just keep tuning up this dial one by one, putting themselves to the absolute max. They are not going gear 5. They're going gear 6. They're not going with anything. They're just playing to their heart's content. They're doing everything they absolutely can to bring victory as both Chine and Mars simultaneously demo each other. That's an interesting little play there, but it's going to give them the chance to defend from the shot from Quebby. It's absolutely going insane here. CT's going to demo Quebby. Everybody is hungry. Everyone is out for blood. A minute has passed and we've seen nothing but destruction and chaos. I feel like if there were no allies in this game, it would just be explosions everywhere. Everyone would be going absolutely crazy. As now Mars is going to try to get a setup for Clunkmaster, but it's not going to happen. As Quebby's going to have to play this defense here and get it back on to Raven's side. It's a nice little stalemate here. Pretty even here. Clunkmaster almost got outplayed there, but Quebby was able to play the defense for his partner. So now there's a battle in the corner. The demo from Chine onto Clunkmaster is going to open up the field a little bit for the Ravens here. As now Quebby's going to go in the air trying to play defense, and Raj is going to try to look for the backflip. It's going to collide with Clunk as well, and Mars is going to read the shot off of Raj that was going to happen. Quebby's going for the nice corner shot onto the goal, but CT is able to read it, keep it away. Clunkmaster is going to try to do something here, but it's going to be Quebby who instead tries to go for the defense and almost gets out dribbled by Chine, but it's going to be Mars who coming in for a nice save. The goal's open! Mars, able to find the goal open, is going to find a goal! He's going to slide it right in there, right after everyone could not get it back for the defense. And now it's 1-0. 3 minutes remaining. We're going to have to see if the Ravens can find anything here. As now Raj is going to hit it back onto their side, but Mars. One wasn't enough. As he sets it up for Clunkmaster on a second goal, 10 seconds into the match, bringing it 0-2 almost immediately. Thomas may be going gear 7 this time. They are pushing above and beyond their known limits, their known capabilities. They are drawing out all of their power to make sure that they are the ones who move on in this series. Raj trying to find something there is instead going to give it up. Let it bounce off the corner there, trying to bait out defenses there. Very nice attempt, but it's not going to be enough as Clunk's going for a nice trick shot onto the goal, and he finds it! This is insane! Everyone has been turning it up over and over again. This is insane. 3-0. 2 minutes left on the clock. It's going to bounce into the middle of the field, and CT is going to go for a nice clean shot off rip. It's going to bounce off the backboard. No one's able to set up. Chine misses it. Chine usually isn't one to miss those. Trying to juke out Quebby there. Raj was, but it's not going to matter as Clunkmaster is going to be there to set it up. Clunkmaster going for a nice shot on goal. Chine's going to miss it. Just barely not get it. Raj is up in the air. Misses the ball. Maybe trying to juke somebody, but it doesn't matter. Mars is going to hit it onto that side. Now Quebby's going to try for it. Going to try to get a goal for himself this time, but it's not going to matter. He's going to set it up for Clunkmaster, who's going to barely miss it. Getting a little messed up by the Ravens playing some defense. Mars is going to hit it back over to the right side of the goal. Quebby's going to go on that side. Chine's trying to stop him, but it's not going to matter. He's going to get the setup onto it yet again. Chine missing it. Clunkmaster going for another goal, and Clunkmaster with a third goal in this round. Back to back to back. 3 in a row. A minute and a half. Little assist from CT there. Gonna throw that out there. This is insane. This is a completely different game from what we've been seeing. A minute and 30 left on the clock, and Thomas are looking absolutely dominant right now. Clunkmaster hungry. He's turning it up. He jukes out Raj. Jukes out CT! Clunkmaster's in their heads! 19 seconds! Look at this! How many times is he going to get away with it before the Ravens are able to stop him? 0-5, 1 minute, 15 seconds left. Chine's up in the air trying to find something. Trying to make something happen, but it's not enough. Clunkmaster on the defense here with Mars. This is up in the air. He's going to bounce it back towards the center of the goal. Quebby is going to misread there, mess up Clunk a little bit, but it's fine. Mars is able to keep it onto their side. CT going to hit it up into the center. It's going to try to be a setup for Raj, but Quebby's there just trying to stop it and mess it up. Now Chine's going to hit it back over to the center. Clunkmaster going to get just barely dribbled over. As now it's a clash in the middle for it. Raj is going to hit it over to that left side, trying to set himself up. Is going to overshoot and miss it. Queb is able to hit it over towards that left side of the field. CT is going to be able to stop it, though, from Clunkmaster getting a nice setup. Queb is going to go in the air. He's going to overshoot it yet again. 30 seconds remaining, 0-5. It's going. There's a shot on goal. And no one's able to follow up. It would have been a nice free goal if someone was able to follow up. And now Mars is going to bring it to the other side. It's going to be a shot on goal, but Chine's going to be able to stop it. 19 seconds left. Will Thomas be able to even this out? It's 0-5. The Ravens almost have no hope. CT's trying to go for it, but Quebby's going to have a nice shot onto the corner. It's going to barely overshoot to the right. And now Raj is going to try to make something. He's overshot it yet again. Clunkmaster going to go try to juke it out. Isn't going to find anything. But instead, Quebby's going to have a nice shot on goal. It's going to back off the top rim. It's up in the air. Chine needs to make something happen. Mars is instead going to try to dribble it. Going to try to bring it to 0-6. Trying to bounce it barely in. And it just hits the ground right before it would have been a perfect goal for Clunkmaster. And that's right, y'all. You know what that means. It's a tiebreaker game. It's a tiebreaker game. What does that mean? It means we're in for one hell of a final match. And you know what that means? Off a rip. We need to make sure this is intense. Yes, you heard me. Back-to-back shots as Clunkmaster, as I looked away for just a second to read the chat, went for another shot on goal 15 seconds in. What's going to happen? I'm on the edge of my seat, just like the rest of the audience is. Mars is going for a shot on goal. Isn't going to find anything, though. Quebby tries to go find something, but it's not going to find anything. Clunkmaster trying to go for a nice... Look at this. Look at this nice aerial there. Going off a nice flip. Oh, my gosh. You love to see it. Look at that amazing grace, that amazing control from Clunkmaster to just outplay the rest of the Ravens team. You can't get this anywhere else except here. This is the kind of talent that we have. But there's still 4 minutes left in the tiebreaker series. Mars, with a nice clean shot on the goal, is going to barely hit it on the corner there. It's going to bounce onto that right side as Chine's going to go and try to bring it towards the center. But it's Mars who's going to instead read it and hit it back towards the center. Hitting it yet again. He's going to miss. He's going to miss. He's going to miss. But CT, he does not miss. It's now. It's 1-1. 4 minutes in. Already, it's a tiebreaker to the tiebreaker series. It's a stalemate in the middle there, but Clunkmaster is going to be there to follow up. Barrage is going to hit it up into the air there. Mars is going to hit it back into the center there, but CT is going to look for a nice shot on goal. Quebby trying to read is going to block the shot onto the goal. That would have undeniably been a goal. Mars is going to bounce it onto their side, but Raj is going to be able to interrupt the setup. Quebby instead is going to get set up again for Clunkmaster, but what would have been a nice setup is instead going to get blocked by Chine as Chine's going to go around. Mars is going to get in the middle. Chine's going to instead block it away from the middle. He's going to bounce it down instead, trying to prevent Quebby from hitting a nice setup there. As now it's stuck in the middle. Clunkmaster is trying to do the outplays. He's trying to do it. Raj is going to bounce it off the top of him. They're trying to bait the setups. Quebe's going to bounce it off there. Raj is going to hit it up into the air. Mars is playing this defense, but instead he's going to be the one to try to look for something to happen. Raj is going to block it yet again. Quebe hitting it over towards that left side of the field. It's in the air. Clunkmaster's in the air. He bounces it over. Quebe's going to demo Chime. Make it to where there's only one person on the defense, and because of that, 3-man assist. Mars is going to find the final touch onto the goal. And a minute later, the game is 1-2 in favor of Thomas. Will this keep up? Rosh trying to go for a little bit of a block there, but instead going to get outplayed by Mars. As now it's on their side of the field. Quebe's going to try to look for something, but instead it's going to be CT trying to make something happen, but it's going to be Clunkmaster in the middle of the air. Chine's going to go up in the air and try to hit it back towards down the middle. Is going to block all of them from getting anything done. As now they're going to keep it on their side of the field. Chine's going to hit it back towards the center field, hit it towards the right side of the field there. As Mars is going to have a nice shot on goal. It's going to go into the corner, and Clunk with a nice boost towards the left. Jukes out anyone. I mean, look at this. Mars goes for it, barely misses it. Chine goes for a block, but isn't able to get it as Clunkmaster nice tips it to the right. 1-3, 2.5 minutes. This is a fight for everything. This is a fight to go to the finals. This is a fight for that trophy. And Raj does not want to give up. Look at that. He wants this. They all want this. Everyone is so hungry for it today. Off the middle there. Chine's looking for something. 2-3, 2 minutes, 20 seconds left. Raj is going for it again. It's into the middle. Chine's going to bounce it. Barely stop Clunkmaster, but Clunkmaster's going to find it anyway. Quebe's going for it. They're looking for the setup. He gets the demo onto Raj. Mars is able to juke out. CT there. Hits it towards the left with a nice clean. Look at this. Look at this. He jukes out CT as it gets pincered and bounced over to Clunk, who then is able to hit it over Chine. And Raj is just not fast enough. 2 minutes left. So now Mars is going for the setup there. Gets knocked away. CT's trying to make something happen. Get it towards the center. Raj is able to have a nice follow-up, but Mars is there. But so is Chime. Chime trying to get a setup for his team, but no one's there to follow up on it. It's going to bounce off the wall. Quebe's going to hit it towards Raj. Raj is going to hit up. It's going to bounce off the backboard. Raj is going to try to look for another assist off himself, but it's not going to happen. It's going to stay on that corner there as Mars is going to bounce it off the corner back towards that center field. But CT is going to have a nice shot on goal, and Clunkmaster with a nice tip is going to save it. Who knows if Quebe was there to save him just yet again after that if he would have missed, but he didn't. And now Clunkmaster is going to go in the air. Mars is going to demo Chine. It's going to give Thomas the advantage they need to try to reset this pressure as CT is going to try to keep it. He wants to give time for Chine to get set up, and he bought enough time as Clunkmaster is going to hit back towards the center. Chine immediately coming off a rip is going to demo Clunkmaster, but Mars is going to hit it towards their side of the goal. Bounce it off the backboard. Quebe's going to go for it. He gets demoed, though, trying to go for it. And Clunk off of respawn is going to be able to save it. Quebe dying for the setup there. Able to set up his teammate Clunkmaster to find that goal. A minute left. 2-5. Shot on goal. Chine stops it. Raj, CT, and Chine, they're fighting for their lives. But Thomas are the dominant predators in this situation. Quebe going around, trying to find something, trying to make something happen. 30 seconds left, 2-5. The Ravens are trying to make something happen. They're desperate. You can see it. They're throwing their cars at this ball, trying to make something happen. But everyone from Thomas, they're in their heads. There's 10 seconds left. And I think the Ravens have lost all hope. I think the Ravens have lost their wings, as Thomas is going to run away with the victory. Ladies and gentlemen, your Thomas College Terriers Rocket League B team is going to the finals. What an insane game that was. I have no words. All I have to say is just GG to Carleton. GG's to Thomas. What an insanely amazing game you brought to us today. I am honored to have been able to have cast that game. I am honored to be able to see these teams progress as far as they are. And I am honored to be able to cast the finals match for them next week. So please, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Thomas College Esports. Follow us on Thomas College Esports on Twitch, where you are currently watching. Click that little follow button right below, so that way you never miss a notification for when we go live. And then follow us on Thomas Esports on Instagram and on X or Twitter, whichever you still call it. So that way you can get little posts about daily happenings, clips of the day, posts about any other events going on. You just won't miss a thing. Tune in tomorrow, 8 o'clock. So you can watch and support your respective teams, of course, but this is a Thomas stream. So you can watch and support Thomas College Terriers Overwatch A team and their match, semi-final match against SNHU tomorrow at 8 o'clock. But until then, thank you for tuning into this game.